Приветствую, новая серия по Kingdom Come. Продолжаем сюжетные задания, но они требуют прохождения дополнительных заданий. Посмотрим, как пойдет. Например, работу двум знакомым соскалиться, либо друзьям. Тут как она развилась, я не знаю. Вы уже нашли. Что-то у него вообще дела плохи, я смотрю.
I'll be with you.
Is there any work here for carpenters?
Are they locals?
From Skalitz?
Then no. I only take in people I know. May the Lord watch over you.
Да ты за чё? Нет, мельнику надо.
Jesus! What in... Who's there? Auntie?
God's sake, what? Take care.
Где мельник-то? Ты что ли только один тут тусуешься?
Is there any work?
No, I'm not looking for a store. Farewell.
Ну что, мельник появился тут у вас или нет? Вот ты где, надо же.
I am honored that a knight such as you...
Teresa, the millmaid, sent me. She said you could use some help.
Some extra pairs of hands would be useful. What do you have in mind?
My friends, two survivors of Skalitz, are looking for work.
And why should I take them?
They're experienced carpenters.
Why not? Carpenters would be helpful. There's a lot of work here at the mill, and I'm not as spry as I used to be.
Чего у тебя уши торчат,
My
блин?
foreman tries his best, but he ain't up to that kind of work. But they aren't idlers and drunks, are they? I only take in people who are willing to do hard, honest work.
They're good men, from Skalitz. Basically your neighbors. You have to help them.
That's God's own truth. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Tell them I'll give them a chance. We'll talk about pay and a roof over their heads when they get here. Been a pleasure.
Ну ладно. Ты чё с луком стоишь-то? Ты чё хотел? Еще чё?
This won't take long.
Чё, выбило у тебя из рук, что ли? Бронированный какой-то чувак-то. Да, прицел, останься на месте. Я же прожал, да что за фигня это была сейчас? Нифига себе, разбойнички у нас тут ходят теперь. Наглые. В туповой броне.
Hey, how'd you get so fucked up?
The monastery wants you to pay for treatment. That doesn't sound right.
Leave it be, Howell.
If you say so.
Good luck then.
А у тебя что обучение? Скрытности?
I'd like you to teach.
Certainly.
I'd like to practice.
All right, but now pay close. Take care.
Хм. Не, и так вроде она неплохо прокачана. А тут еще 5 левелов. Просто так можно сделать. Ну, чуть-чуть. За деньги, конечно.
I'd like you to teach.
Certainly.
I want to.
You can't become a master overnight. You have to know almost every.
Well,
God be with you.
Сколько у меня вообще скрытности-то? 14 уже. Почти мастер.
the miller and Ledechko.
You really found work for us?
Of course. Couldn't bear to look at those sour faces of yours a moment longer.
Thanks, Henry. Only
What?
the reward we talked about, well, we haven't got 2 groschen to rub together.
Nah, that doesn't matter. You'll pay me when you have it.
That we will. Stop by and visit us in a week. We'll pay you back as soon as we get our first
Я
wage.
тебе только что отдал столько грошей,
Goodbye.
что ты будешь на них жить до конца жизни, блин.
Look out.
My respects to you.
Here, enjoy it.
I'm looking for some.
If they come here to drink, maybe. But I won't aid you in any mischief.
You haven't heard talk of any scoundrels in town?
Well, I have heard some things, but I can't say if they're true or not. There's some that talk just to hear the sound of their own voices.
And who's the most frequent topic of that kind of gossip?
Miller Simon. They say he's rich with coin, and it's not from the mill. But that's nonsense. Folk just don't know how much a mill can earn.
Конечно, там
Anyone else?
краденое туда-сюда
And
ворочается.
there's talk of the knacker giving people the evil eye, or them that's not in bailiff's good graces. But I don't suppose that's what you want to know.
I've heard some rough men come here looking to recruit. Have they ever stopped into it?
There were some brawlers that used to fight behind the tavern, but they raised such a commotion, I went and complained. and the town watch drove them off somewhere.
I wasn't thinking about that lot. I'm looking for recruiters that hire mercenaries and other cutthroats.
Don't know about that. Every once in a while, a merchant will hire some help or an escort, but nothing more. Nobody comes here regular. I'd notice if they did.
Do you happen to know where the brawlers you complained about moved on to?
I've not got the slightest inkling.
Thank you.
Ну, значит, к мельнику зайдем сейчас.
Would you like something to eat?
Поесть зачем мне? Вон тут у вас котелок стоит. Сейчас еще деньги тратить. Живодера. Мельник-то вообще не близко нифига. Ну, значит, по-любому верный вариант. Неспроста это. Может, толкнуть что-то еще получится.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I've got some goods here.
All right.
Еще одна книжка.
Can we do something about the price?
Well, we can.
Is this enough?
That's better. Aye, that would do.
I'd like you to teach.
Certainly.
А, блин.
I'll think it over.
Listen, have you heard about anyone looking to recruit men around here? Or planning some kind of mischief?
No.
Come on. I know how it is with millers. I've been friends with a few and they hear all the gossip.
So go ask them.
I doubt their ears reach all the way here.
Then it seems you're out of luck.
Surely we can come to some arrangement.
I don't much care for strangers.
So, what do I have to do to get in your good graces, Master Miller?
Well, if I heard from those Miller friends of yours that you can be relied upon, and you're not a complete dolt. Farewell.
Не понял, что было.
I'm Henry.
I expect Peshek sent you. The tailor in Sasso has received some valuable...
No problem. It'll be here in no time.
Good. It ought to be at his shop.
You haven't heard of...
Perhaps, but I'll not speak of it now.
Why not? It's important.
Because we're in the middle of something.
Come on. Nothing bad.
Perhaps not, but I'll tell you when we're done.
Right.
May the Lord
Понятно.
watch over you.
Надо задание выполнить сперва.
something! My card over there!
My God, over there!
For God's sake, there! Over there!
Oh, find you, you cur. You can't hide from me. Where could he have vanished to? He must be here somewhere. What the hell was that?
Well, I never...
Now you don't. Huh? There's something you're looking for here.
А, тебя ищу.
Anything else? What's the matter with you?
Давай, иди сюда. С тобой что такое? Красота посреди дня получилась. Сейчас еще из тебя снимем что-нибудь. Это что за место? Что, целая толпа этих разбойников.
Run, we get the... I'll wipe my arse with you. I'll... Bring it!
Дикий Рихтерш. Да почему не отбиваешься-то ты у меня? Сейчас у меня запыхается. Да что, блин, промазал-то я. Хреново. Я тоже так умею. Магдебургский панцирь. Где ты его нашел вообще? Погиб дворянина. Ну что, расскажешь мне теперь? Сейчас тебе, жаль, вручу твою.
God be with you.
А где еще продам тебе все?
All right.
I have that cloth for you.
Oh, excellent. Here's your reward.
И что ты мне
May the Lord watch over
так и не расскажешь, что?
Take care.
Он козел, а. Пойду раненого лечить тогда.
He's not reacting. But all I can see that's wrong with him is his leg. I have to ask Johanka.
For the love of God! What have you been doing?
You wouldn't happen to know what Fritz and Matthew did here, would you?
Don't even talk to me about that. They weren't badly injured compared to most of the others here, and after lying in bed for a while, they got bored. So they started drinking. I'm trying to help people in dire need, and the two of them are drinking with that cretin Elias.
They always have been thoughtless, but at least they were punished for it. Who is this Elias, anyway?
One of the ordinal monks who helps out here. He was the one who brought the booze. All three of them got friendly pretty fast. You know what they say.
Понятно все.
And do you know what got between them?
I don't have a clue. 1 minute they're the best friends in the world, and then a lot of yelling and furniture flying around. They threw Fritz and Matthew out straight afterwards.
What kind of person is this Elias?
A timid kind of fellow.
And why is he being so hard on Fritz and Matthew? They're drowning in debt because of him, and it seems all they had was a small fight.
I don't know. He was the one who wanted to befriend them in the first place. I don't believe it.
Thank you.
Take care.
Ой.
I can't stay here.
For the love of God.
What's happening here? Oh my God. Philip and... they're all...
Yes. Where do you think the wounded ended up?
Actually, I had no idea.
Well, now you know. Me and Nicodemus have been trying to keep things under control since Skalitz was raised. Just the two of us.
So can I help at all?
Certainly. We can always use an extra pair of hands here. And it's been like that since the beginning.
I was in a bad way myself back then. They took me to Ratai unconscious, and I needed a healer. How is everyone holding up? What can I do?
Holding up? People here are dying. We don't have enough food or space or any...
Doesn't anyone help you with nursing these people?
Scholars, maybe, but they leave the healing up to God.
Can I have a look at them myself? I know a little about healing.
Do you now? And what would you do if you burnt yourself at the forge?
First, you have to cool it down with water. Marigold ointment helps, and it's better if you don't bind it and let it breathe.
You do know what you're talking about. Looks like blacksmiths know about more than just pulling teeth.
Pulling teeth? Nothing to it. As long as you don't squeeze the pincers too hard and crush them.
Well, go and see if anyone needs anything. Just don't go pulling anyone's teeth.
Why is there a god?
He's here because of me.
Because of you.
Yes. There was one time I just had enough of it all.
Ладно, фиг с тобой.
That's all I need to know.
Look, Henry, I know I can speak harshly. Last week Bohuslav died. Maybe you knew him. And nobody even blinked an eye. We desperately need help.
I'll do whatever's in my... What's wrong with that man by the altar? He doesn't look...
He had a broken leg. A bad one. The bone had come right through the skin. We tried to straighten it, but I don't know if we... I'm not holding out much hope for him.
My God. There has to be something we can do.
And what do you suggest? The monk...
Well, I can try. I'll straighten his leg.
You?
Unfortunately, I've had occasion to try this sort of thing before. You have to place the bones as precisely as you can next to each other. It's hard, but you have to ignore any screams of pain. That's the only way to help him.
Well, fine. Try it then. God bless.
Так, ты подождешь.
Philip, from Skalitz. I don't see any wounds, but he's shaking terribly. I'm not needed here.
Christ above!
What are you making such a fuss about?
A fuss? Because it hurts like fuck. And with everyone else... Oh, and for God's... Good luck to you.
Ну-ка, подскажи рецепт.
You're the one who's in...
Yes, I'm the infant.
Monks so old they can't...
Oh, if that were the... But I shouldn't talk like that.
I'd like to learn... A bit of everything.
Can you now? But to be more precise...
I do?
Can't. I just can't.
In that case, you've come to the right place. Go to the herb garden...
Блин, я...
If you prefer...
How about some potions?
Certainly. The old...
Reliable.
And sometimes... That's...
Thanks. What happened to...
Philip?
He's unconscious.
Ah, I didn't know that. When he first came here, he was fine. Then he got worse and worse until he lost...
I can't stay here.
Колыбельная. Оно. У меня нет ингредиентов, походу. Вороний глаз нужен.
Can't. I just can't.
Please.
Карта есть еще. Книжка. Блин, последняя не нужна.
What will happen to my family?
Масло, горсть мака. Горсть что-то плохо. Масло. Мак. Течение оборота. Один есть. Чертополох. Остыть и добавить вороний глаз. Не вопрос. Че, все, да?
Quiet!
О, четко.
I've got something for you.
Really?
Drink this, and you'll fall straight to sleep.
Oh, thank you. God be with you.
He just needs to sleep.
Please, help me. Yeah. Shit. What's going on?
You're not from Skalitz?
No, but please help me. I can't stay here.
Well, you're pretty battered, but I don't see anything that a few weeks' rest can't fix.
Weeks? My God, I have to get back to work sooner than that.
What's the problem? Why can't you stay until you heal?
I have a family. I'm poor. It's only thanks to the building work that we can survive. And the master told me if I don't come back in a few days, then I shouldn't come back at all. And where can me and my wife go then? Who'll take us in? Will it?
Is there anything I can do to help? It looks like they took care of your...
When I was little, my father got trampled on by a horse, and an old hag from the village gave him some kind of purple herbs for it. And he got better.
And do you remember what the herbs were?
I don't. But there's supposed to be the whole cursed knowledge.
I'll try to find something.
Thank you.
Take care now.
Hopefully I have what you...
Или это окопник, что ли? Окочурится еще.
God be with you.
Сейчас заценим. Фиолетовый, значит. Отравление, аппетит. Угу. Красноречие не поможет, наверное. Шалфей. А, ну вот, угадал я.
Hopefully I...
Просто у меня других-то особо и нету.
Thank you. With any luck, I'll soon be feeling better. If you find the time, stop by to see me in a few days.
Farewell. Right.
You look all right?
Mostly, but my leg still hurts.
Did the humans wound you?
That's what I tell the
And do they rebandage it for you?
Occasionally. They told me...
Well, that's no use. I'll get some.
God be with you.
Да, у меня этих повязок, по-моему, вагон. А, их 10 надо.
Where?
I have the band.
Wonderful. Could you tell...
I can do it myself.
I thought you were a blacksmith.
Я многозадачный.
But unfortunately I've...
Well, good luck.
Dear Mistress Johanka, I come again in admiration of your selfless dedication. I would like to invite you to a fine banquet at my palace. You certainly have earned some... What business have you here, fellow? Who let you in?
I'm taking care of the wounded, as I'm sure you're...
Ah. Well then...
I won't intrude.
That's what I like to hear.
Чё за хер?
Greetings, Henry.
That custodian Sebastian is really obnoxious.
He can be unpleasant, but in his own way. I don't know.
You can't be serious.
What's that supposed to mean? At least he was here, unlike you, the whole time. And anyway, mind your own business. Goodbye.
He just needs to sleep. I'm not needed here.
Greetings, Henry.
What happened to Philip?
Poor man. There was nothing wrong.
But do you know why?
Maybe. He didn't run away from Skalitz, you see. He hid for days among the corpses. If he got poisoned.
But what can we do?
Us? Nothing.
And where is he?
You know he left Skalitz years ago.
And does anyone know where he ended up?
If you believe the stories about a wild man in the woods, then Rovnar is the place to go.
Офигеть, блин.
With you.
Are you holding him firmly?
Aye.
Done.
Че, нельзя с тобой говорить до сих пор? Видимо, ждать надо.
These wounds have been well taken care of. Everything here is fine.
Один остался только, получается.
He just needs to sleep.
Это что-то валяется опять. Да ровный топоть, охренеть. Тут же разруха одна. Сколько я помню. Он появился.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
I see there's not much going on around here. So you've stayed here on your own?
Quite so, all by myself. All the others were either killed by the Cumans or fled to Rattay.
I'm sorry to hear that. And what's keeping you here, alone?
My older brother ran away with the wandering players, so when our father was on his deathbed, he made me swear I'd never leave our home.
I can see you took your vow seriously.
I did. But it's starting to get dangerous around here. Again.
The Cumans?
If it were Cumans, I'd grab an axe and that would be that. But a week back, some rabble made their way through here. They begged me for food, and mark my words, they weren't taking no for an answer. If they'd been just a tad hungrier, I swear they would have stormed the cottage.
There are gangs like that around, true enough. I saw the mess they left behind. Savages.
It was horrible. People tried to find shelter in the church, but then,
Where did you hide?
by the grace of God, I got my family away into the woods.
Well, I don't see your family with you.
No, it takes better man than them to track me down. I sent my wife.
Do you think folk will ever go back to their homes?
I don't know about Skalitz, but the folk here are sure to want to come back. The only thing they're missing...
Do you mean the priest?
Indeed. When the land's at war, noblemen fight to protect their property.
Of course. But it was the Skalitz parish priest who ministered here, wasn't it?
He did. But there's been no sign of him since the attack. Or at least he's definitely...
That's true enough. I didn't see him there.
But if you're interested, young fella, maybe you could help us find the priest...
I can always ask, but I've really got no idea where to start.
I can help with that. A few years ago, there used to be another priest in Skalitz.
Simon. Father Simon. I remember him.
Aye. I don't want to spread rumours, but they say he was in love with his housekeeper.
That's not a story I've come across.
It only reaches folk who care for such tales. Well, to finish the story, Simon left the parish and ran away. You know that already. There was neither sight nor sound of him for a long time.
And what's he doing here?
That's just it. People say he's become a hermit.
All right. And where can I find him?
I couldn't tell you exactly, but you could start. Well, they live on a farm nearby, and it's likely they know more. They may...
I'll go and see what they have to say for themselves.
God go with you, lad, and I pray you find him. If some heathen stabs me in my sleep, I...
Don't worry. I'll bring someone.
Well.
О, капец. Еще метка на него указывает до сих пор. Блин, спят поди уже.
What was that? God watch over you, good night, especially in these dark...
I'm looking for the priest, Father Simon, and I heard you might know of him.
Simon?
What's that?
What do you want him for?
Well, I never.
I'm looking for the priest who used to take care of St. James, and the locals tell me they saw him around here.
I don't know if I can help you there. He'll never go back to his parish, if you ask me. Very well. What is it you want to know?
What went on between Simon and your daughter?
Nothing that hasn't happened before. Our Mary was his housemaid in Skalitz. She was pretty, very pretty. And he was young, and so things went the way they do between comely...
Yes, these things happen. What can you do?
I said as much. I was just glad our girl was provided for. Only she never had the chance to hold that babe in her arms. She didn't live through the birth.
I'm very sorry.
Such is a woman's lot in life. Men die in battle, and women in the arms of the midwife.
And what happened to Simon?
The poor man, he took it the worst. He was sure God's wrath smote Mary for her fornication.
That's rubbish. People lie together out of wedlock all the time, and God never smites them down.
That's just what I told him. But it's hardly my place to lecture a priest. And he was overflowing with grief. He barely spoke, didn't eat.
What went on?
No, she...
Yeah.
Only she... Such is...
And what...
The poor man... That... He was...
Where can I find him? He's said to be wandering around here somewhere.
I heard that too, and I'm inclined to believe it.
How come?
After our poor Mary went to her rest, we used some of the money he'd paid us to put a cross up by the roadside. And late,
You think Simon does?
who knows? Maybe it's a miracle. I could believe anything.
I see. Can you tell me where that cross is?
Certainly. There are settling tanks for the mines to the west of...
All right. I'll be going.
Very good then.
I'll tell him.
God be with you.
Ой-ой-ой-ой. Ладно, закончим на этом серию. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Ставьте лайки, пишите комментарии. Подписывайтесь на канал. Всем до следующей серии.